The call has been answered. After weeks of pushing the governor to call for a halt on construction of the live fire training range at Machinao, activists, community groups, and senators finally got what they asked for.
I have agreed to do that, yes.
The Magahaga announcing her decision just minutes after a closed-door, invitation-only meeting with senators.
I'm going to give Admiral Chatfield the courtesy to let her know that I am going to be sending a letter.
Okay. Are you optimistic that the military will agree to this pause? Because
I'm an optimist, Chris. I'm optimistic that they will.
Activist groups also pushed for the governor to call for a pause, but now the question is, will the military honor the request? Monica Flores of Independent Guahan and Bertay Latexan.
The military has been very clear that stalling the construction is going to stall the transfer, the relocation of Marines to Guam, and so I think the priority is definitely construction.
I can voice my concern and say, I object, or I would like to have a pause here. It's on record that the governor of Guam, backed by the community, has made this statement, and then now it becomes a good faith political kind of issue.
While the recent concerns about the discovery of ancestral sites and artifacts on built-up construction properties has been the focus of calls by activists, senators, and recently fired State Historic Preservation Officer Linda Uggan to hold the military accountable, the governor said she'll be calling for a pause because of the Cerianthes nelsoni, a critically endangered tree smack dab in the middle of what will be the live fire training range. Recently, the governor praised the military for what she called their efforts to preserve and protect the tree.
There's been DNA studies being done to really determine whether this endangered, rare tree that is the only tree in Guam that can reproduce, whether it is really that rare species. And I'm told that is going to come back in December.
Since the programmatic agreement relative to the Marine base and the firing range is a done deal, does the governor of an unincorporated territory of the U.S. have the authority to halt construction?
My authority goes as far, I think, as what's negotiated. I can certainly make the ask, which is I am going to make the ask. Whether they decide to do it or not is a different story.
For Guam's News Network, Chris Barnett reports.